Hello developers, welcome back. Next in Laravel 7 updates, we will look into this Fluent String Operation. It's a very nice addition to the Laravel 7 that allows us to manipulate strings in more object-oriented way. It is the example of it. Let's see example of it in the code. Right here in this route, let's say I have a string. Let's say its value is Laravel 7 updates. And it has some spaces as well. Now in this string we want to perform some actions, like we want to remove the spaces and we want to replace this word 7 with the number 7, and we also want to lowercase this Laravel. Usually what we do, let's say here we have a new string, and to remove spaces here we use trim function, and in this string function we will pass string. And then we also want to replace this 7, so here we will cut this and here we'll say str replace 7 with 7.x. we will pass this string. Next we will also want to lowercase this Laravel, so here we will also say str lower, and then in this method we will pass the string. Now let's dump this new string. Let's see this in the browser. So first in the terminal, php artisan serve. Now let's open this in the browser. In the new tab, let's open this. Now here we have string. Now it is working, but it is little complex and not readable because we read from left to right. So after a few time when we see this code, we will see that here we have lower the string, and then we will see no, we have first trimmed the string, then replace 7 with this 7.x, and then we have lowered the string. So to solve this problem, now in Laravel 7 we have Fluent String Operations. Let's see this. Now you know we already have str string class. Let's import this. Illuminate Support Str. This str class provides us many helper functions like lower, singular, plural, and many other functions, but we have the same readability problem with them also. So now in Laravel 7 we have a new helper that is off. In this helper function we will pass string. Now let's see this in the browser what we have in this new string. Refresh. Now here you can see it has printed the Illuminate Support Stringable class, and this is this string. This is the new Stringable class added into the Laravel 7. Next here we can call trim method. Now let's see this. Refresh. It has removed the spaces. Now we can continue chaining, and here we can call replace method to replace 7 with 7.x, and refresh. Now here is the 7.x, and finally here I'll say let's move them into the next line, and then here I'll say in lowercase. Refresh. The Laravel is in lowercase. Now here you can see how cool this feature is, and it's very easy to read and easy to understand. Now in the documentation, and if we see the full documentation, and here is all the method in the Fluent string. I will put the link of it in the video description. You can try out these all method. Now if we see this str of method, let's go to the definition, and in the of method it accepts the string and it creates the instance of Stringable class, and which is dumped right here, Illuminate Support Stringable. Now let's see this Stringable class. Here is the Stringable class, and here you can also see that this Stringable class is using macrobal trait. So what this macrobal trait does, it allows us to add more method to this Stringable class without touching this core class. So now let's see an example how we can add a new method to this Stringable class. Now let's suppose here I want to add a new method do something. Right now this method does not exist in this Stringable class. So if we go to browser and refresh, of course we will get error do something does not exist. So now we will add this method to Stringable class. For that we will first navigate to app providers, app service provider, and in this method I'll say Stringable class and import that right here. Next here I'll add macro method, and first parameter in this macro method is the method name, in our case that is do something, and second parameter is the closure function. Now let's save this and go to browser. This time if we refresh, it will no longer give us error because now this do something method is available in the Stringable class. So now this is the valid method. Next, in this method if we dump $this, and here we will see it is the Stringable class. Now in this method we can do anything with $this value. This value is the protector value in the Stringable class. Let's see this. Go to definition and right here. Now here we can do anything with this value. For example, let's say its new value is from do something method. Now let's refresh. We forgot to return. Let's return and now refresh. Here we go. We got the new value. This string is replaced with this new data. Or we can also say it accepts some text, and here it will accept this text, and let's concat this right here like this. Now let's refresh, and this time the sum text is concatenated with the Laravel 7.x update. Now if you want to continue chaining with new method, it's not going to work because here we have written this string. So if we go to browser, refresh, it will give us error. So to fix this, instead of this, here we will say return $this, and now refresh. Now we can continue chaining, and this is the magic of macroable trait. If you want to learn more about this macroable trait, I have already created a dedicated video on this topic. In that video I have explained in detail about this macroable trait and mixins, and I have also explained how these macroable traits working behind the scene. So you must watch that video also. I will put the link of it in the video description. You can check this out. I also want to show you that here we are calling trim method. We can also call this trim method without parentheses as a property like this, and same thing as a lowercase and here ruler. Now if we go to browser and refresh, it will work exactly the same. So how it is working behind the scene? If we go to Stringable class and at the end here, because of this get PHP magic method, here when we call this trim method as a property, because this trim property does not exist in this Stringable class, so it will call this get magic method, and this key has a trim value, and right here it has called the trim method dynamically. I hope this is an informative video for you. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe us. See you in the next lesson.